Good morning, children. We have been discussing socio-religious reforms of 19th century, a standard first lesson. We discussed the reform movement carried out by various leaders in the two classes. Today we are going to discuss about Ramakrishna Paramahans and Swami Vivekananda and their contribution to the reformation of our society. About Ramakrishna Paramahans, more details are not available. Ramakrishna Paramahans was born in Kamarpur village in the Hooghly district of Bengal. From the childhood itself, he was highly religious. He was thinking about how can he acquire more knowledge in religious matters and philosophies. He learned deeply our Vedas and Puranas and also epics. He had a deep study about the Vedic period, and after realizing everything, he became a very learned person, so that he got so many followers. As it was spoken, from the childhood itself, he was highly religious. He became a priest or a pujari in a temple in Dashineshwar Nagar, Calcutta. His main teachings were that all religions and its teachings are one. People should realize it. In the name of religion, people should not fight each other. They should not create disintegration in the society. He wanted to see that people are living together in the society as one. Another important aspect of his teaching is that we can see the presence of God in each and everything. As we are telling, things smaller to big, greater to small. In all matters, we can see the presence of God. Everything is the creation of God, so that God's presence is there in all matters. So, we can see that fact in our religious teaching also. We are also teaching every religion, everybody teaches, every philosophy teach that presence of God is there in everywhere. Likewise also, as there is presence of God in all the matters, we have to be very careful. Even a beggar comes before us, maybe in him there may be the presence of God. So we cannot leave any people, we cannot count any people inferior, or we can't show superiority to any people. His great teaching were based on Vedic talk, and he asked people to go back to the era of Vedas, where there was no rituals, likewise also religious ceremonies and casteism etc. were not at all prevalent. So, because of this, so many people become disciples of him. Keshava Chandra Sen, Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, all were the disciples of him, and these all people have contributed greatly to the reform movement of our country. From that person only, many people took inspiration. Another leader we are going to talk about Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda stands as the icon of youth. His birthday is celebrated as the Youth Day in India. In his very tender age, he became a well-known person in the world. 1863, he was born in Bengal, and he became a graduate and learned very well each and every aspect of Indian culture, Vedas and various religion and its teaching. And he became a disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahans. His basic ideas, teachings, each and everything is from Ramakrishna Paramahans. He advised the youth, arise, awake, do not stop till the goal is achieved. Even today it is very important. If we have a goal in our mind, we have to work for that, and only after achieving that goal we have to take a rest. It is particularly about our young generation. Our young generation are misguided. They are not properly guided. His words are inspiration to our young generation. Likewise, another important aspect he noticed from is that he told people to follow good practices that were taught by religion. He told the people that service to people is service to God. What a good idea it is when we count it. You know, we all believe that we can give service to God to get to favor. We have seen in newspapers and other various media that people are offering so much gold, so much money, etc. to temples and worshipping places. What's the meaning of it? If a poor man asks for a food or a little bit money, people are not ready to help. But these people are ready to offer any quantity of gold, any quantity of wealth, any quantity of cash to temples. So, actually, from that only he taught the people that service to people means service to God. God doesn't need anything from us. God is taking care of all of us. So, when we are giving help to people, when we are giving service to people, when they are helping needy people, we are actually helping God. That's a good idea. Service to man is service to God. It is another well-known teaching of him. And in 1893, he visited Chicago for religious conference. There was a great religious conference in Chicago, and he represented our India. He extolled our culture, our civilization, our way of dealing with the people there. And from his talk, from his teaching there, a great man's mind was revealed in the, among the public, and India's name got very well known because of him. When he addressed the people in the religious conference in Chicago, he addressed them, my dear brothers and sisters. You know, our culture is that only we consider all as our brothers and sisters the same way. But the people who gathered there, representative who attended there, all addressed the people telling madam or sir. He addressed the people, my dear brothers and sisters. Of course, within short period, before 40 or 50 years, he became a very well-known person in India and also abroad. He had visited China, USA, likewise also various European countries, and he was giving his philosophical knowledge to people. He had so many disciples all over the world. In memory of his guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahans, he established Sri Rama Mission, Ramakrishna Mission in 1897, and it worked among the people. You know, war is happening, natural calamities are happening, then who are generally affected? Poor people are affected. There was no one to take care of the plight, difficulties, problems of poor people. So, Ramakrishna Mission was established. It took care of poor people who are living in the villages. As Gandhi said, soul of India lives in villages. He was also knowing this. Various places, Ramakrishna Mission opened its branches and also started helping poor people in natural calamities. They also run schools, dispensaries, etc. Medicine, food grains, needy things, cloth, everything is supplied among poor people. Their activities are there in all over India. In Gujarat also, Rajkot, other places, we can see their establishment and working area. So, Ramakrishna Mission also runs schools. In the school, they teach good manners like values of life, dignity of labor, all these things, equality among the people, considering other religion as equal to us, all these things are taught. So all are aware of all things, importance of service to people, service to poor people, all he made aware the people. So let us stop here and we can have another topic for next day for discussion. Thank you.